Well, welcome to the Go Your Way podcast. I'm Greg Knieriemen, joined once again by Phoebe Goh. And our very special guest this week is Josh Atwell. And Josh, you've been at Splunk for a while now. You're a former NetApper. The only way I can describe you as uber technologist and super passionate about Splunk. Is that fair?
Yeah, I think that's reasonably fair. Yeah.
Are you still working for Andy Mann?
I am still working for Andy Mann. I sure am.
Oh, wow. Does he put you through the grinder, or is he pretty good to work for?
He's been great to work for. And I just got promoted, so I'm not angling for anything.
Oh, that is authentic then. That's fantastic.
Congratulations.
Yeah, no, Andy's great. He's very collaborative, very supportive. We've got a great team doing advocacy for Splunk and a broad range of topics, which is also a lot of fun. So it keeps us really motivated, and it's pretty exciting.
One last question on Andy. Does social media Andy match real life Andy?
I'll put it this way. You cannot read an Andy Mann tweet without hearing his voice as you read it.
Fantastic. And no higher compliment. Well, Josh, we brought you on. One of the things that Phoebe and I have been discussing this on podcast after podcast and live streams and other events that we're doing is the rapid adoption of hybrid cloud, but also the wrangling of hybrid clouds and trying to get your arms around, because there's no one way to do it. And obviously that's the theme of this podcast, Go Your Way. And because there are so many different clouds and on-premise infrastructures that are adapting to those clouds, what is, I got to pin you down, what is the single greatest challenge that you see in these environments today?
I think the greatest challenge that I see is people being able to maintain visibility and awareness of what all of the cloud services they're adopting and using are doing. It's difficult. We even deal with it in our homes with the various services that we deal with. Amazon Prime and Netflix were very different than one another. And the services that companies are taking advantage of, they work differently as well.
And what do you think is out of that? Like, it's managing those is one thing, and when you mentioned Netflix and Disney Plus and every single subscription service I have, picking them is easy. Managing them and deciding, like, what's the hardest thing about that? Is it knowing when to turn them off, or is it just going, you know what, there's going to be so much, and this is the budgeting part of it? What is the factor?
I'd say that the biggest factor with adopting any cloud service to begin with is ensuring that the service that you're paying for is delivering the value that's intended and meeting the expectations. Sometimes there's a long tail to that. Sometimes it takes a long time before you get that service to map up with the desired outcomes. But one of the things that we see, and I'll focus, for instance, in the developer space, is that those tools and those platforms that we're consuming as businesses have become critically important to maintaining business continuity in a way that our on-premises data centers really never were. A lot of that is because these services are also directly touching our customers. And so any impacts there impact us internally, our ability to grow and produce, and directly impact our customers. So maintaining visibility, awareness, and understanding of what's happening in each service is absolutely critical.
So one big question I got to ask, why does Splunk care about hybrid cloud? Why do you care where the data is?
Well, the first part of that is that our customers care. They care a lot. They're having challenges with this, understanding what's happening in the environment, being able to centralize that, and being able to successfully consume those multiple platforms to meet the business objective. We also care about it because we are an evolving SaaS platform. Like, we are cloud first motivated. We are moving as much as we can to deliver a better experience to our customers by using the cloud. And so we're experiencing similar pain points internally. Fortunately, we have Splunk to help us solve for that, and SignalFX, of course, that we just acquired this past October. Those are big components of helping us be successful in adopting the cloud, and we get to translate that to our customers as well.
And if anybody wanted to find out, I guess, more about how they could do that at a basic level, maybe they want to have a chat to you, or maybe they just want to ask you about your shirt, because we love your shirt, Josh.
Yes.
How would people find you on LinkedIn or Twitter or the various internet multiverses?
Sure. The easiest way to get a hold of me is on Twitter at Josh_Atwell. I do have a blog, josh-atwell.com, and same on YouTube. Those have been pretty quiet for the last couple of months for a variety of reasons. I think we've all been busy, but I've got a lot of new content that'll be coming out soon.
That's fantastic. Josh, thank you so much for joining us. And Phoebe, this is fantastic. This is kind of a drumbeat of conversations that we're having around this space, so critically important, and look forward to having more conversations. And if folks want to, please leave a 5-star review on iTunes, go to YouTube, watch this, give us the thumbs up, and we'll look forward to talking with everybody on the next episode. Thank you.